Hello, everyone. This is Jim Biringer here, NHLRumors.com. Please click that notify button, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We're talking JT Miller trade to the New York Rangers, the Big Apple, the blockbuster trade here on a Friday night. Again, we might as well call it Blockbuster Fridays because that's what they're doing. Back-to-back weeks. And then Thursday, during the middle of the night, we're getting trades as well. So you look at it, JT Miller to the Rangers. Last Friday, we had Mikko Rantanen to the Carolina Hurricanes. Check that video out here on this channel as well. And then Thursday, obviously, Calgary gets Morgan Frost, Joe Farabee from the Philadelphia Flyers for Jacob Pelletier and Andrei Kuzmenko plus draft picks. Crazy times. If we knew Vancouver, the situation was getting to a point. It was past the tipping point. It was probably overflowing everywhere. JT Miller doesn't like Elias Pettersson. Elias Pettersson doesn't like JT Miller. Jim Rutherford's their president of hockey ops is doing interviews with Gary Mason, the Globe and Mail, saying that there's no solution in the room. We have to get a solution. We have to move out one of these players. But he even admitted that the value that they would get for either Elias Pettersson or JT Miller would not be the same player. Maybe that decreased some trade value for both players. But the Canucks weren't winning a trade, but they got three pieces and two potential NHL players. We know one in Filipino. Victor Mancini has the potential to be a good quality NHL defenseman for the Vancouver Canucks because they were looking for a defenseman and they looked for a center. Filipino's a good middle six forward. If he can stay healthy, he's got the great skill set. He can put up points. He works in the dirty areas, something the Vancouver Canucks need to do. But you're not replacing JT Miller's production, 90 points, 100 points, high 80s, low 90 point production. He's a good two-way center. But something had to give in Vancouver, whether it was Elias Pettersson, whether it was JT Miller. Heck, they had trade talks with everybody. We're talking with Carolina before Carolina got Mikko Rantanen. Boston was in there. But New York and Vancouver had something in place. The foundation was pretty much the same, but it was retention. And now the Vancouver Canucks are not retaining any money on this deal. The New York Rangers are taking on 5 more years plus this season of JT Miller at $8 million. Oh, by the way, they have another center making a little over $8 million in Mika Zibanejad. Plus, even though the salary cap's going up, $8 million is a lot for a team that has holes that they need to fill as they try to fight for a playoff spot. This is why the New Jersey Devils didn't go after JT Miller. Yes, would he have been a good player for them? Yeah, but where is he playing? He's not. He's playing behind Jack Hughes. And he's playing behind Nico Hischier. Yes, Hischier's hurt right now for New Jersey. But still, when Hischier comes back, is Miller going to shift to the wing? Are you really paying a guy $8 million to play center on the third line? The Rangers, they can move Zibanejad around. They can move Miller around 1-2. Trocheck drops to the third line potentially. $6 million center on the third line is still high. But again, does everybody slot the right way? And this is who Chris Drury really wanted. He made sure he went and got him. And once Vancouver was willing not to retain on Miller, that kind of got this deal across the board. They add in the conditional 2025, first round top 10, top 13 trade protected pick. If the Rangers finish in the top 13, it becomes a 2026 first round draft pick. So there's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. But the Canucks were never winning this type of deal. They were going to try to get a Pierre-Luc Dubois return. That Winnipeg got like 3 pieces that could play in the NHL now and a draft pick, but they didn't get it. But they have a good quality center in Filipino. He's got to stay healthy, though. Victor Mancini has the potential to be a quality NHL defenseman. And again, you give up Miller, but let's see now for Vancouver, can Petey get it going? Because when Miller was out of the lineup, Elias Pettersson was on fire. And again, it makes you wonder about if there was really this rift that went back to when Pettersson was drafted. Why did Miller sign an extension? And then why did Pettersson sign an extension if they couldn't get along? And I know Vancouver tried to move these players out before, especially Pettersson last year, before he signed that extension. But now they move out one. I mean, look, this could be a Corey Schneider, Roberto Luongo situation again, where once one goes, the other could go again. We'll see if that happens. But they need to keep Pettersson, and they got to give a direction of this team and what they want to do. Because if Quinn Hughes, as reports are, says that he may not sign an extension with the Canucks in 2027, the New Jersey Devils, a bunch of teams are going to be calling, and we're already linking them to New Jersey because his brothers are there. So you got to get that direction because that's what saved the Winnipeg Jets losing Scheifele, losing Kyle Connor, losing Connor Hellebuck. Now, let's see what happens for the Vancouver Canucks moving forward as they try to battle for a playoff spot, similar to what the New York Rangers are doing. But the big news, it's another blockbuster Friday night, like the old days when you went to get those videos. JT Miller off to Broadway, where he was originally drafted. Filipino, Victor Mancini, protected 2025 first-round draft pick, going the other way. Also, Eric Brandstrom and Jackson Dorrington going to New York as well. So, again, the Rangers get a prospect. They get a depth defenseman as they continue to move forward and push for the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. This has been Jim Biringer, NHLRumors.com. Click the subscribe button. Give us a like on this video. We'll be back again for another video real soon.